Hey, welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Floyd, and this is...
My name is Jeffta.
Yeah, so today we'll talk a little bit about Cape Town. Since we frequent, Cape Town a few times and so on, so we have some knowledge. So this video would kind of be like a more suggestion video-ish,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about
Transportation,
first transportation
yeah.
in Cape Town, right?
Yeah.
So... if you're going to Cape Town for the first time, I would suggest you use a Bolt or
a shuttle,
Uber. Yeah.
Uber,
Shuttle.
shuttle.
Yeah.
Take it easy on the the big taxis, the taxis that people use, like not the taxis that
Well,
the
it's
big taxis. Those are different types of taxis.
Oh, yeah.
There's like you guys call like Uber, Bolt as taxis, right? Right, in the US, those are taxis.
Well, no, we have in the US there is taxis like those yellow cabs, the green ones.
Yeah.
And we have Uber, which is like you do with your private car.
Oh, those are taxis too. All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Car must be certain age, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
But here there's a difference.
Yeah.
We have the taxi that can fit in 20 people. I don't know how many people.
Those are like shuttles, isn't it?
Not
The big ones?
No, not shuttles. I mean the public taxis, the ones we used at the time.
Okay. So we're not sure with the taxi and Bolt. We're just gonna leave this for another day. We're just gonna so let's get to the taxi that we all know, which is a minibus here, right? Which the taxi here takes like 15 passengers, 15, maybe 16, 17, whatever the case is, right? So yeah, so my first suggestion would be not to get a taxi, right? Because taxis goes into different neighborhoods and township and all of that to get passengers and all of that, and it would take up a whole lot of time. And I think you should get familiar with the place before you actually attempt to take a taxi. Yeah. Right? So taxis, you could actually save monies on taxis, but like I said, I'm not going to suggest or recommend that. If you're coming for the first time, take a Bolt, take a Uber, take your shuttle from your hotel or Airbnb, whoever provides that for you, right? We pause for a second. So am I sound repetitive here? Because we just paused for a second because something happened, right? But anyway, so yeah, we did taxi a few times. I think I mentioned this already, right? Yes. But I'm not saying that you guys should. We did it because I wanted the experience. I wanted to save money, so I did it. It's a really cool. How to explain? So when you're in a taxi here, right? Like I said, it's a minibus with 15, 16 passengers, right? Let's say you're the back of the taxi, right? They have this synchronized operation that happens on the taxi, right? Like I'm at the back of the bus, I'm about to get off at the next stop, so I have to pay the driver, right? The matter of fact, I think you pay when you get on at first, right? You at the back of the bus, I pass the money to the guy in front of me, then the guy in front of me passes the money to the other guy, to the other guy, to the other guy, until they get to the driver. And I think that's really, really cool how they do that, right? Sometimes the person that sits next to the driver is the person that take care of the money and then give it to the driver. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a really, really cool taxi organization stuff that's going on, right? But that is mostly for the local people, or unless you want to experience the local. If you want to feel local and do what the locals do, then you'll take a taxi. But like I said, I wouldn't recommend a taxi until you get to know much about Cape Town and know the ins and outs and the operation and all of that, right? So that might probably be it for taxi, unless you have something else you want to add.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Sure. So let's move on to another item. What would you go with next? Because we don't have a script here, guys. We're just gonna go off our head. What do you think?
Yeah, whatever you have.
You don't have any? Okay, so let's talk about beaches, right? So beaches. We've been to so many beaches. My favorite beach would be Fish Hook, because we stayed in Fish Hook. We stayed in Neptune Isle. We stayed in Bluebird. We've been to Strand Beach. We've been to Bikini in Clifton, to Gordon's Bay. That's Bikini area, isn't it? Yeah. So beaches, all the beaches are phenomenal. I love all the beaches. They're all amazing.
Some are clean, some are not clean. But they're all beaches, right?
Yeah, they're all beautiful beaches in Cape
Yeah.
Town. Love the beaches. And if you're coming from the west, most likely you're coming for the beach life, right? Because
Yes.
there's not much beach. They do have beaches in the west. I'm not saying there's no beaches there. There's
Yeah,
lots
it's
of
quite
beautiful beaches
refreshing.
there. But most likely when you're traveling, you want to experience beach. You want to be by the beach, and you pay a little bit more obviously to be by a beach, right?
Yes.
So all of the beaches are beautiful. Accommodations and areas to stay. Where would you go in?
I don't know, wherever we stayed.
Okay, you suggest. You just tell them about one. Which one you? Just choose one. So many places we stayed in Cape Town.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I like Fish Hook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so he's a man of a lot, not too much words.
No,
So
I do. Say that.
so so accommodation, like he said, Fish Hook, right? Fish Hook is amazing, and where we stayed in Fish Hook, where I would recommend, we stayed at a place called, the address was Highway. It was like what was 4 or 5 Highway,
Yeah.
right? And it's beautiful. Like I stayed in this rendezvous, and guys, I could actually give you guys a link. You just comment below in the comment section and just ask, and if you look at most of the videos, some of the videos that I've posted so far, you'll probably see this particular one where I stayed in Fish Hook. I stayed in this rendezvous. He stayed at the same place, but he was like behind in the house behind, which was like 2 other accommodation upstairs, downstairs. I stayed in the rendezvous in front. We all had the same view. Anywhere you stay, there's a view because the ocean is right in front of you. It doesn't matter, right? So it's like a road and then the big ocean, right? And it's all accommodation. So if you're looking for good accommodation, I would suggest you do Fish Hook. But there's pros and cons, right? So Fish Hook is far out from the CBD area. It took us like about 45 minutes to get there, right? So if if you're patient enough and you have that time and time factor and all of that, you want to commute a little bit further, you'll do Fish Hook. But there's much other closer accommodation that I'm going to mention as well, right? So since we started Fish Hook is the farthest out we have stayed so far in Cape Town.
Good.
Correct? Then,
Gordon's Bay.
so yeah, guys, the battery just died on us. The camera is not fully charged, and I'm
Yeah.
sure it will go out again. But hopefully, before it goes out, we could able to finish what we're about to, say and do in this video. Yeah. So we were talking about what was it? Fish Hook, right?
Yeah.
So Fish Hook is like farthest out we have stayed, right?
Gordon's Bay.
Gardens Bay is another distance from the airport as well, and
I think Gordon's Bay is far.
farther than Fish Hook,
To the airport.
like from the airport, yeah.
From the airport.
For the airport,
Oh,
I think Gordons Bay is closer than Fish Hook.
yes, Fish Hook is far from the
Yeah,
airport.
because actually we did Fish Hook, but we did Fish Hook from Gordons Bay, not from the airport, right? But
I'm not sure, but yeah.
yeah, but for good beach, good beaches, Fish Hook is like really, really cool, amazing place to be. Gordons Bay is a little bit far out as well from the airport. I'm a type of person that I don't like being more than 20-25 minutes from an airport wherever I go in whatever country I go to, because I always like to be close to an American embassy for some reason, because just in case something goes off, right? So you want to be as close as possible to always get out. I'm not saying this is a place that things happen, because this is my favorite place to be. Love South Africa. If you guys been watching me for a while, you know my story about coming to South Africa the first time, falling in love. When an immigration officer said to me, "Welcome home," and they make me feel at ease and at home. And ever since, I'm always I'm in love with South Africa. And I never wanted to visit South Africa because of what we see back in the West, because in New York City, anyone says South Africa to me, because they say, Cape Town is like the murder capital of the world, South Africa is bad, and they kidnap you from the airport and all these sort of stuff, right? I've came 3 times and none of that happened, right? You just have to come and see for yourself. So because of those propaganda that is out there, it detours you, because I was going actually to the Gambia, and then I just changed my mind and said, you know what, let me give South Africa a shot. And then Gambia is not even on my list anymore, but I will still go to other African countries and visit and so on. But I'm in love with South Africa. So back to what I was saying. So yeah, Fishhook is amazing, nice place, nice beaches.
Yeah.
Gordon Bay is nice as well. There's no beach where we stay, but there is beaches in Gordon's Bay, right? Where we stayed in Gordon's Bay is like more quieter, older people, kind of retirement area we were in, right? Yeah. It was pretty nice, and we did the place that we stayed. It was a really nice place, nice 2-bedroom place, beautiful view. We overlooked the entire valley, right? The beach was like the beach.
10 minutes.
5 minutes.
No, 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, the beach was like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
5 minutes.
We could have actually seen the water.
Actually, 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
we
right.
could have seen the water from the front window where we stayed, but was like, you could see it, but it takes a while to get there actually.
Yeah, you can see it from where we were.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
you're right, actually.
Yeah, and where we stayed in Gordon,
And we had a good view of the city too.
yeah, we overlooked the valley because we were up there, right? So the mountain was right behind us, right? And I had the perfect view because my room was that side, but you had the view of the mountains, right? Because you were back there. So you had the view of the mountains. I had the view of looking down in the valley. Really spectacular, beautiful place, And at nights with all of the lights, right? It was beautiful, yeah. So the beach was like I said, 5 minutes away. We've been to the beach. What's the name of the beach? Bikini Beach.
Bikini Beach, something like that.
Or something with a B.
Yeah. No, but it's bikini.
Bikini, right?
Yeah.
That the car
Yeah.
on the thingy. Yeah. So we stayed at some beach that starts with B. Not too sure if it's Bikini or whatever it is. Then we visited the places to visit in Gordons Bay was the harbor. We visited the harbor. We had dinner there. We went out where they were the local guys were doing fish, catching fish in the ocean. Right? Yeah.
We did.
They have an amazing restaurant there. We've been to this restaurant.
Yeah, a couple of restaurants. Yeah.
We've been to this restaurant called the Mediterranean something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a Greek restaurant. That one was nice.
Yeah.
It was walk through.
I remember. Yeah.
Yep. So
We need to get our names together. Like,
yeah. We need to get our names together. We're going off our head, right?
Yeah.
Like I never have a script. Because when you do something, it should be in your mind. Like, why do I need a script for something that I did? Like,
We
I'm
also
probably
did
not.
Tang. I always like Tang a lot.
So yes, guys, there's also a tang there as well. But me and him was laughing about something that happened off camera that we're not gonna share. But anyways, so Gordons Bay, it's a beautiful place. Like I said, it's mostly it's for like older. Well, not it is for older. There's young people there as well, but mostly there's older people there, right? Retirement place. Quite nice. Oh, the homes there are beautiful, 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 beautiful homes. I have a video walking around and showing those homes, how beautiful those homes are. So there wasn't much in Gordons Bay, but 10 minutes from Gordons Bay, I'll recommend you guys visit. The name is Strand, right? Strand. And how we get to Strand, how we discover Strand, we actually met this girl. Well, I was talking to this girl, this female on the street, and asked her about places, I should visit or whatever. And she suggested we go to this place called Somerset, right? So on the way to Somerset, we had to go through Strand, right? And we actually took a taxi. That was the second time we took a taxi, right? I had to convince him to get in the taxi because he don't want taking taxis at all, right? But I kind of like the experience because it goes in these little areas and stuff, and you see how the local people live like and all of that, right? So anyway, we've been to Somerset. Somerset is not what the name sounds like, right? Somerset, you're thinking it's like Somerset, New Jersey, right? Really nice. No, it's a whole it's a different place, right? So we got there, it's like, nah. First thing, some lady came up to us and what she said.
She said we must make sure that we have our cameras and our phones safe because it's not a safe place.
Yep. So when she said that, I was like, all right, cool. So we get something to eat in this little place. There were like a ton of flies in the place, right? So Somerset is another place I would recommend. So we just took another cab from there, another taxi, the same minibus thingy with 15 people, and we end up at Strand because Strand was like the stop before Somerset, which was like I get maybe 5 minutes drive in something like that, between 5 and 10 minutes. So we get to Strand, and Strand is that's where the beach is, nice hotel. That's amazing, really, really nice. So you guys could visit Strand. It's a place I would recommend. It's really, really nice. But you can visit other areas, because I visit a place called Caliche where a lot of people don't go to, right? And we went there, the tin houses. I even had food out in the little tin shop. Didn't show it on camera, but I'm not gonna recommend that. But you could visit on your own risk, right? Because things happen everywhere in the world. I'm not gonna make this sound like we're in some war zone or whatever, right? But I'm not saying it's the ideal place for visiting, right? So Strand is beautiful. If you want to be close to the CBD area, which is like close to the city, right? Capetown itself, I would recommend you guys stay in Bloberg, right?
Yeah,
Bloberg Strand or Clifton, right? Because we stayed in both of those places. Bloberg Strand is my favorite. I did a video with that apartment in Bloberg Strand. Beautiful. Like you walk to the front of the apartment and the ocean is just lie right there. And you see that turquoise water. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Yep. And the Bloberg Strand, in that building, that particular building we stayed, they had apartment. They were selling apartments. Apartment was available when we were in there. And those apartment was like 1.8 million, I think, right? And just behind the street, just behind the first street, it goes down rapidly. But just to be right on the ocean, which is not that bad if you have to convert that money. I'm not too sure because I'm not good at math, but maybe 100,000, something like that, whatever the number is. But 1.8 million rand, whatever is equivalent into US, they had apartment for that price when we stayed there at Bloberg Strand, right?
Yes.
So Bloberg Strand is the place I would recommend you visit. And not too far, they have the mall and supermarkets, and they do delivery. Really, really nice, and everything you wanted is right there in Strand. So Strand is the place I will definitely recommend it. Let's move on to Neptune Isle, right? It's another good place.
Yeah.
Right? So Neptune Isle is
about to die.
Sorry?
Battery's about to die.
Oh, our battery about to die. We'll have to charge and come again, but let's talk until it fully died, right? Yeah, because he's thinking on the screen. So Neptune Isle. It's another beautiful place. I'll recommend Neptune Isle. It's beautiful right here on the beach as well. And Airbnbs there is pretty reasonable as well. And another thing about Airbnb, it depends on the time that you book Airbnb, right? Because I'm a guy that book pretty early, so I get things like much, much cheaper. But Neptune Isle is closer to the CBD area, closer to the city, right? Because Bloberg is like, what, 15 minutes to the city-ish? Right, so Bloberg, so Neptune is like maybe 10 minutes.
So yeah.
Right, so Neptune Isle is a good place. Is that the name of the place or that's just the community?
I'm not sure really.
The entire. Okay, so Neptune Isle. That's how you spell that. Neptune You guys, you could Google that and see there's lots of accommodation in that area, so you could visit Neptune Isle. That's a place I will definitely recommend, and it's close to the CBD area. Another place, So welcome back, guys. They were another intermission. The battery in this thing is like so low, and I'm trying to. There's something flash. What was that? Lightning. Okay, and we are trying to finish this video, right? So. Probably might be off a little bit here because we start talking about something else. There's thunder. So I think the last thing we said is the forest out was Fishhook, right? And Gordon Bay might be a little bit closer to that. But anyway, like I said, I might be a little bit off here, but I would suggest places to visit. And this chair that I'm sitting on as well is making some noise. If you hear that sound, it's from this old chair in this Airbnb that I'm sitting on, right? So places to visit that I would suggest and recommend. The place we went for the wine, what's the name of that?
Vineyard. I don't know, another place.
Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch is a beautiful place to visit. you guys should, if you visit with your tour guide, whoever, you should organize something, or you could go by yourself, which we do go most of the places we want to visit by ourselves because you save money that way, right? Instead, going with this company, like we've been on this quad bike riding thingy that they wanted, how much they wanted, and we went by ourselves and we saved a whole ton of money
Yeah,
riding those bikes,
want
right?
more, yeah.
Yeah. So I would recommend
But if
Stellenbosch.
you're ready to splurge, spend the money you have and call me. 'Cause I'm gonna show you around.
Another place I'll recommend. We've been to the boat place. What do you call that again?
VA?
The VA waterfront to visit. There's really lots to do. There's a mall there also. Beautiful. Lion's Head is beautiful. We visit that place.
Table Mountain.
Table Mountain.
We did quite a lot.
Another place to visit, guys. Beautiful place, but this is if you're out in Fishhook, you should visit Simonstown. It's a really nice little
I
town.
love Simonstown.
Yeah, it's like where they have like all of the military. I'm not sure if I should say facilities. But they
Base.
base. Yeah, military base
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot of soldiers. There's a lot of, what are those other people? Marine, whatever.
Veterans. A lot of veterans
yeah.
live there. They have like those lookout, like I'm guessing back in the day with the war or whatever.
Yeah.
Those lookouts for the soldiers. So Simontown is a beautiful place, and not too far from Simontown, there's Boulders Beach. You guys should visit if you're watching this video and looking for a place to visit when you get to Capetown. Boulders Beach is a really nice place where you get to see the penguins. I have a video about that. However, those penguins are not that big like they show you in the magazine. They're like little penguins on the sand. The magazine, they look like really huge, right? And when you go there, it's like, wait, these little tiny thingy, I'm expecting to see like, like the Batman show, the big penguin man, and you think the penguins are like this big, they're just little penguins. But you get to see them close up, like, they have to walk through like this little cave thingy. You get to see them, then they're out in the open beach. Beautiful, beautiful. That's, I definitely recommend that, especially if you're visiting with kids. They would love that sight and views of the penguins. There's like private little beach out there too, right? In that penguin area. What else? What else we'll suggest and recommend? All of our phones are going off all around this place. What else should we recommend? If you're into club life, guys, and you're in Cape Town and you want to visit a club, there's a good club in this place called Woodstock. We've been to that one. That's a good one, right? Yep is a good one. There's a good club out there.
Yeah.
Drive to an area called Brooklyn. Reminds me of Brooklyn, New York. That's if you're visiting club. They have good restaurants everywhere. Well, I always try to find local restaurant. But I'm not saying that you come out there looking for local restaurant unless you really want to experience that. There's one thing I must say really quick before we end this about South Africa. I think South Africa is like, it's so similar to the US. So people who are coming from the US and Canada and other places, I think they'll find this ideal and more relaxed because you get most of the thing that you're accustomed to in the West is here in South Africa. So it wouldn't be such a big change,
Taboo.
Yeah.
It won't be taboo, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it would be like a good transition, because everything is right here, right? Johannesburg is like a city like anywhere
But
in
it's
America.
also helpful to find someone local to like take you around, so people don't take advantage of you. Yeah. So if like there's anyone who's coming this way and they want like a local type of person, they can hit us up or hit me up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Since we've done this, anyone want to hit us up, whatever, I'll put my Instagram, comment in below in the section, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe if we're not available, we
always
could
get
recommend people
our
that help
friends.
us out because we're some guys out there that we meet that take us around and so on.
Yeah.
And they're really, really cool.
Yeah.
And they are trustworthy people, right?
Yeah.
Another thing I'll recommend, if you're using a Bolt,
On Uber.
a Bolt or Uber, make sure get to know the person, make a relationship, and stay with one person. It's better that way than using different people, right?
Especially for when you're traveling long distance.
Yeah, so
But for like short distance, you can like always call an Uber.
yeah, because I make relationship with people, so I could just use one person. It's a bit safer, you
Yeah.
know. Not saying that crazy things, but things happen everywhere, like I said. But I make relationships, and you get comfortable with that person. I don't mind giving that person an extra dollar and so on, right? So that's it for Cape Town. I want a video to go longer, but this camera is not fully charged. It's going to cut off anytime. So I'm going to end this video here for now, but I probably might continue with a part 2 for this video.
Yeah.
And then we'll do another video with Johannesburg. I'll let you guys know about Johannesburg, because this vacation, I've been here so far. I'm like in what, week 7 now, I think? Week 7, yeah. And we be here for a little longer, and then we're gonna fly back to New York City. And so yeah, feel free to comment, feel free to contact me if you like. I'll put my email and all of that. My Instagram and stuff is always in the description section in my videos.
Yeah.
And feel free to reach out. I could give you links of places that I've stayed and so on in Cape Town. So like I said, we're gonna cut it here really short because the outside weather is not good for some reason in May. The time of his beat day is always the weather is not that good. But yeah, so that would be it for now. So guys, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with at least one friend. Also, please hit the notification bell button so you'll be first to know when I post another video. So until next time, guys, peace. Wanna say anything?
Peace.
That's it.
Yeah.
One more.
Oh, guys, don't forget to go on my page, Ernst Jefter, like, comment, and subscribe, and our family page as well. We'll be bringing that up. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So please, please go to his YouTube channel. Please subscribe. His YouTube channel name is Ernst Jafter, and we're also gonna do another channel. We're gonna call it Family Channel, and that channel will get to know us better. We'll answer question and answer, do some lives, get to interact with people, and make it all good. You know, make a little family.
And,
you know,
and have more fun and build relationships with other people.
Yeah. So that would be it finally for now, guys. So until the next video.
Peace.